Hey everyone, it's been a long time since I've done a blog. Haven't been posting a lot of updates. I went on vacation earlier in March. Was gone for about 10 days or so haven't been shooting a lot of reviews, haven't done anything homebrew related in a while. So, just want to give an update while I sip on some of this gem. That's right, we finally have Firestone Walker Easy Jack in cans. This is so awesome. I'm so happy that not only that this beer is back, but it's being canned now along with Union Jack and eventually Pivo Pils. And I can't wait to get Pivo Pils as well because that's one of my favorite beers that Firestone Walker makes as well. And speaking of Firestone Walker, it's Parabola hunt time. I was managed to snag 4 bottles of Parabola today, so that was awesome because it sold out in all the Bevmos locally and some of the other major chains. So thankfully, I have a place close by that sells a lot of their beer and happen to have 4 bottles on the shelf that I snagged up. So, cheers, everyone, and happy Parabola hunting to all of you. This beer's so delicious. Yeah, I could drink a ton of this. I bought 2 6-packs for golfing, along with some Stone Enjoy By, not Enjoy By, Stone Go-To IPA. And those are just perfect golf course beers, because you just drink a lot of it. It's refreshing. It's warming up here in San Diego, so glad to have this gem in cans, and it's going to be a year-round beer this year, which is awesome. So, on to what's up with me. Been doing a lot of brewing this year, other than my trip, and I think I've already done 7 or 8 batches this year. Got prepped for, I think the last vlog I did was kind of on competitions that were coming up and the Homebrewers Conference, but the first competition of the year was the America's Finest City Homebrew Competition, which is the big San Diego competition that's run by Quaff, the oldest and largest homebrew club in San Diego. I managed to get 3 silvers. I got a second for my brown porter, second for my English barley wine, and second for my, well, it's technically an American wild ale, but I entered in as a Belgian goose in the sour beer category. That was a collaboration I did with my friend Brian Trout that I talked about in West Coaster magazine. I did at least a couple of vlogs on it, or definitely one for sure. And that beer turned out very nice, considering that we brewed it in September, and already we packaged it early January, and it got a silver in the sour beer category. So, moving on to first round of nationals, I entered that beer in for Goose again. English barley wine, going to keep that going. That beer's has been doing really well for me. That was the same batch that went to second round of nationals last year, so hopefully I can do that again this year. I entered in my barrel-aged Russian Imperial Stout. Didn't score so well at AFC. See how it does. I did 2 variations of that beer. I did a regular version. I did a version with vanilla extract and then put it on cacao nibs too. That version of the beer is drinking better than the regular, so I'm hoping that will score better. First round, we'll see. Wood aged is smoked beers and wood aged is a really tough category to medal in. And then what else did I do? I got a 5th entry, and I entered in my Belgian Pale Ale as my 5th entry. I kind of had a rush. I didn't have a lot of time to brew because I was gone early March. I couldn't do an IPA, so unfortunately that's all out. So I'm trying to think of my the other 5th category that I had. Brown Porter, English Barley Wine, Goose, Belgian Pale Ale. And, yeah, it was a while ago since there was another beer I had bottled a while. Wow, it's really escaping me right now, which is bad, shooting this vlog. I can't remembering what I entered, but it'll be a nice surprise to me, I guess. But yeah, the first round of nationals has been judged in Austin, so the results are back from Austin. Every other region has not judged yet, and I'm sure they're going to start going this coming weekend and every other weekend. San Diego isn't judged till April 10th and 11th, so it's a ways out. I'm kind of almost glad I didn't enter an IPA, because that beer would be getting to be a little past its prime. I mean, it's the same for everyone else, but it'd be a little past its prime, a month after entry, and it's getting judged. So, I mean, you got to have really good packaging technique with that, to a point where you might not have the better beer, but maybe your packaging skills are better, and you're going to beat someone else out. So it's tough for nationals. I wish they'd fix that, so that you could stagger your entries for when your region actually judges. Because bottle check-in isn't until this weekend for San Diego, and it's already been, almost 2.5 weeks since turn-in. And they're finally doing a bottle check-in and sorting all that stuff. So hopefully that will change in the future. But the conference is in San Diego, as I mentioned before. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hoping to get a media credential through West Coaster, but hotel rooms booked, and so I don't have to worry about that. And I hope a lot of you can make it out. Registration, they had like a pre-registration just to see if it had to come down to a lottery. It didn't. Not enough people registered that created a lottery effect. So registration's open. Come to San Diego, make a week of it. Come out early, check out all our 100 breweries we have in San Diego County right now. I will warn you, a good amount of those do suck, but a good amount are world-class, phenomenal breweries, and kind of have this middle range of breweries that are getting better and really improving their beers that are worth checking out as well. So, what else is going on? I did some of those Ales by Males beers reviews, and might be getting another package in soonish. I don't know. Hard to say on those. But I went through everything I had. Fortunately, one of them, I'm 99% sure got infected with Brett. It was a barrel-aged beer from brewery in Temecula. And I reviewed it. I probably won't post a review. Maybe I should. Maybe I shouldn't. I don't know. It's just one of those unfortunate things with barrel-aged beer that can happen. So, home brewing front, I'm going to brew up an imperial version of my brown porter that just won silver. Slightly tweaked recipe in terms of the base malt. Swapped out the mild malt for Maris Otter. And I tried to do appropriate scale up, which is rough percentages are the same. My dark malts, though, are a little lesser with the higher gravity. Been brewing up a lot. 2 beers I brewed are for the upcoming Rhythm and Brews Festival that's right here in Vista, northern part of San Diego County. Mother Earth, the local Vista brewery, is doing a pro-am type of competition where the winner gets to brew up on their system. So they're limiting it to Belgian categories. So I'm going to do a Belgian Blonde, a Belgian Pale Ale. Other categories include like a Belgian Triple, Double, and Golden Strong Ale. So it's not all the Belgian categories, but it's limited to, I believe, 5, and you can enter in each of the subcategories. So I decided, hey, I did a Belgian Pale Ale before for a different competition a while ago, so I did a slight variation on that recipe this time around. And then I've never brewed a Belgian Blonde Ale before, so I thought I'd give that a shot and give it my own little, American San Diego twist to that beer. When it comes to a couple of the hops I used in there, I went traditional with Saaz and then gave it my own little twist, so I don't want to give that away. Just maybe we'll see how that does, but I don't expect the judges to be like, yeah, that's a perfect example of the style. So, but whatever. It was more of like a challenge to myself. Like, all right, let's take this traditional style. I've never brewed it before. How do I make it a little bit more interesting, at least for myself? And so I had a couple hops in there. I don't think they're going to be, too overpowering for the style. But anyway, that was my take on that. Just kegged the Hoppy Pale Ale with Mosaic, Galena, and Nelson. And that's tasting pretty good. It's like just over 5.5%. So I've been digging the session beers lately. The Firestone Walker Easy Jack in cans, Stone's Go-To in bottles, And then Karl Strauss just released their Mosaic Session Ale in 6-packs, and that won bronze in the session category at JBF last year. And man, that beer's tasting great fresh. Mosaic hopped, pale ale with some wheat in there, and that's 5.5%. Maybe not quite technically a session ale, but really easy drinking stuff. Definitely check that out. I did a review of it a while ago when they first did it. Now it's going to be a year-round beer for them, so exciting to see that be on shelves. I love this trend towards more flavorful session beers. It's kind of what I've been brewing a lot of lately. Stuff that's 6% or under, and it's great to see more breweries getting away from these like 8+% just huge beers all the time. I still like those beers on occasion, but definitely more on a session kick these days. It's just, I don't know. You can pack a lot of flavor into low alcohol beers if you know how to do it right. And a lot of more breweries either learning how to do this or just decided like, hey, we like this. We like the fact that the high ABV is not necessarily a selling point these days. So I like how that trend's going. So it's going on far too long. Hope everyone's having a good start to their spring. And yeah, we're getting into those horrible, really bland summer beers that are coming out. So hope you guys enjoy those seasonals. We'll stick to this kind of stuff and the hoppy stuff in San Diego. Anyway, until next time, cheers.